Here's the latest news for Red Deer in central Alberta. A former City of Red Deer employee charged with fraud will have a hearing to see if the case is enough evidence to go to trial. Krutisha Patel of Calgary was charged with fraud over $5,000, laundering proceeds of crime and using a forged document. Patel is a former employee of the city's electric light and power department. The city notified RCMP in 2022 when internal fraud was discovered by staff amounting to almost $100,000. Patel's hearing is scheduled to start on February 16th in Red Deer. The average cost of rent is down in Red Deer. Rentals.ca's monthly national rent report shows rent decreased slightly from $1,549 a month in December to $1,529 in January. This ranks the city 55th out of 60 markets across the country, meaning it's one of the more affordable markets. In comparison, Edmonton ranks 51st and Calgary sits 43rd, meaning they're more expensive on average. The report also shows Alberta experienced one of the steepest rent drops year over year at just over 4%. Issues with staffing and vendors means there will be no AgSmart conference this year. AgSmart and AgriTrade combined in 2025, but will be showcasing each of their strengths separately in 2027. Skipping a conference this year gives AgSmart organizers time to plan how to bring information about the agriculture industry to a wider audience. AgSmart is a learning and conference style event promoting ag tech and research. AgriTrade is more of a traditional trade show focusing on exhibition sales.
Because today for agriculture, there's less and less people that truly understand how ag works. They experience food, but they do not experience agriculture. And I think about 1.5 to 1.7% of our population does it. And so this is why I think it's really important. It's not just farmers and industry. It's also some of those decision makers. It's an opportunity for them to come in to see what goes on in ag.
Olds College says feedback about the pause shows people are mainly disappointed and a little frustrated. It will host the event once it returns in 2027. Retailer Eddie Bauer is expected to seek bankruptcy protection in Canada. It's already filed for protection in the United States. Eddie Bauer says the 220 stores in both countries will remain open. It will host liquidation sales as the court processes get underway and a potential buyer is sought. If a buyer cannot be found, Eddie Bauer will begin to wind down its Canadian and U.S. operations. The company has 31 stores in Canada. Some stores have started marking things down as low as 60%. Eddie Bauer closed in Red Deer in 2014. The Alberta Institute for Wildlife Conservation saw a record-breaking number of patients in 2025. The Institute treats and cares for a variety of animals year-round. Last year, it assessed 2,103 different animals, its highest number ever. Right now, staff are caring for a salamander that was found in a greenhouse and brought here because it's too cold to be released outside. Staff say over the last 10 years, they've seen an increasing trend for wildlife rehabilitation services.
We've only ever passed 2,000 patients once before, and that was back in 2020. And even then, we were still over 30 patients higher than we were that year. Compared to 2024, we were over 300 more patients than we had the previous year. So we just, we're running around like crazy this year, taking care of all these animals.
This great horned owl was recently brought in with head trauma. The vet thinks it likely hit a few windows, but its symptoms are similar to avian flu, so staff are taking precautions.
Taking a look at your Wednesday forecast, another warm one in the morning, temperature-wise, not too bad. Above seasonal average low. Average seasonal low is around -15. We're starting off anywhere from -12 to -10. And into the afternoon, into the low to mid-single digits, 3 to 6 degrees for daytime highs. Lots of sun as we go throughout the day. Wind light, still warm throughout much of the extended forecast. It's once we get towards the end of the 5-day where temperatures start to slide off. Here's a closer look at your forecast.